Hi, it's Bernie Slavin. Thanks for joining me on YouTube. I'm going to go live now with Facebook Live. Hi, it's Bernie Slavin. Thanks for joining me on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And thanks as always to the sponsors, Galaxy Blinds, Cornerstone, Ultimate Windows, Cleveland Systems Engineering, Advanced Utility Solutions, Ocean Lighting, TGM Cars, GRS Insulation. Advanced Utility Solutions, yeah. A Dovecot as well. Don't forget the Dovecot. So that's the thanks to the sponsors. Thanks for coming on. I'm sure you'll be on after the draw. Well, I put a tweet out in the social network, I don't know, an hour or two ago, saying I would love Chelsea. Before that, the last round, I said I would want Port Vale. We got Port Vale tonight. I don't gamble, by the way. It's just a guess. I wanted Chelsea, and we've got Chelsea home as the first leg, January the 8th. So January 8th, Chelsea come here to the Riverside for the first game. It's a two-leg affair, and this will be the last two-leg affair. Next year they go back to just the one game in the semi-final. So it's exciting. Chelsea, what do you think of Chelsea? I think they've got a lot of good individuals. The new manager's struggled. They're very inconsistent. I don't think we've any to fear. And we really owe Chelsea one. I've never liked Chelsea ever since the Battle of the Bridge when we relegated them and they chased us off the park. I've never liked them. Even in the possibility of revenge, Stephen Horn. Do you know what? I'm delighted we've got Chelsea and I cannot wait. I feel as if when I seen it come out, I was going to say the hat, the ball or whatever, I felt as if I was playing. I'm thinking, I want to do them. Home and away, I want to beat them. Hi Bernie mate, where are we here? Cal Atley, hi Cal. Hi Bernie mate, result for us yesterday, now bring on Chelsea at home, up the borough. Yeah, I mean, yesterday I travelled down to Port Vale, I was invited. Those half-wits out there, it says, why don't you just buy a ticket? Well, A, when the tickets were on sale, I'd already been invited by the club. That's called PR, for a former player. And then I had to put a post out there because there was a day to go and I hadn't heard any confirmation that I was actually still going. And then you get a couple of half-wits. Why don't you pay? Those guys who were putting things like that, they should have given us their tickets because they probably couldn't spell football. Anyway, yesterday professional performance from start to finish. We controlled the pace of the game. We created chances. We were quicker, stronger in every department. Although we've got young lads, it was like men against boys. You know, I was hoping Port Vale, when it went 2-0 to us, I thought if Port Vale get one, that makes a game. I'm one of them. I like a game. Anyway, scored a third and it was good night. Felt sorry for Port Vale to a degree, but we just outclassed them. If a neutral or somebody had fell through Mars and thought, right, well, what teams in the higher division, it'd be Middlesbrough all day long. So we deserved thoroughly the victory and brilliant. Semi-final of the Cup. And all yous out there, and all you won't admit it now, the Cup doesn't matter. Well, let's see if it doesn't matter. Let's see how many's clamouring for tickets and queuing round the Riverside at hours in the morning, waiting to get tickets for the Chelsea game and the Chelsea away game at Stamford Bridge. They'll jump in the bandwagon, they knock it, they say, let's concentrate in the league. All of a sudden, hey, game on, semi-finals now. Where are we here? Joe Henry, hiya Julie, went to Swansea and Port Vale, but Chelsea are a bogey team. It's time to break a duck. I agree, Julie, dear God. I went to the couple of cup finals with the late great Ali Brownlee doing the commentary. Back then we covered every game, home and away, Europe twice in the bounds, Chelsea finals, Leicester City finals. And yeah, we've never beaten them. I played in the first Wembley appearance for Middlesbrough, the 100-odd year. We get in the Zenith Cup, full house there. We beat 1-0. Tony DeRigo scored a free kick. But we did really get them at the bridge. That was a great day. That was the best day ever against Chelsea. But this could beat it. Well, not really, but this would be great to do them. Mohammed, hi Mohammed, evening Bernie, Joseph Slave, you okay pal? I am, hope you're on Mohammed. Brilliant one last night, bring on them Chelsea. Yeah, we've nothing to fear with Chelsea. As I say, the hot and cold, the huffing and puffing, sometimes they look great. You know, when they went to Tottenham, well, Tottenham, the top players limping off Tottenham, they were a man down, and then they won the game. But would they have beat Tottenham with 11 men? Probably not. Do you think we can get to the final, Bernie? Or is Chelsea a bit too much? John Lewin. Well, obviously, I know as much as you regard that. I've not got a crystal ball. John, but we're the only non-Premier League team out the fold now, so it's obviously getting tougher now. You know, we've come through against, well, people say, oh, you've not played anybody yet. No, but all the games have been away from home. Playing away from home is difficult, no matter who you're playing. I've travelled in cup competitions with the Borough in my 8 years, and League Cups and FA Cups against Sutton United. I always say Sutton United. We struggled big time down there. Got a draw, came back here, went extra time. We eventually beat them in extra time, but it was a struggle. I think, was it Preston knocked us out here at Erston Park? It was a cold day, frozen pitch. No, making excuses, but the game went ahead and we get beat. So I've been there, but away games are difficult. Really are. I played when I was at Darlington. Who did we play there? We played a team in Manchester on the AstroTurf. Very, very difficult. Why didn't we try to sign Billy Sharp, who joined Hull? We missed a chance here. I don't know. Listen, I've said it last year. Kevin Phillips was the best striker in the country, was leaving Sunderland, and we didn't get in for him, so I don't know. Gary Prezi says 5,000 Borough supporters at the bridge will be a sight and sound to behold. We definitely have a lot of payback to serve on them up the Borough. See, Gary's got a memory of myself. He remembers things, and yeah, I'd love that. That would be the biggest highlight ever. Beating Chelsea over the two legs and getting to the final. I have to say, I watched the Liverpool game. Dear God, they were on fire. They tore West Ham, David Moyes' West Ham, to shreds. It was embarrassing. It's actually boring to a degree because they were just done in every... they were just getting battered all over the pitch. Defensively, midfield, front, they just get hammered. The hammers get hammered well and truly. Mo Salah came off the bench, got his customary goal. What a player he is. At least we got the easiest of the three teams. Franco's at home against the Cockney White Boys. The Cockney White Boys, yeah, Chris Libby. Are they the weakest team? Fulham's a good football team as well, but, you know, I wanted Chelsea because of the past, the history of the past. When I played, getting chased off, then really getting them brilliant, but then beating us in finals. I was doing the commentary at the time. Gut-wrenching. Remember we lost a goal at Wembley after about a minute. My backside had hardly hit the seat and it was 1-0. Everybody blamed Ben Roberts, the goalkeeper, because it was in the middle of the goal. I think it was Di Matteo hit one for about 25 yards, middle of the goal. But I blame Emerson. Emerson never closed the man. He backtracked, let your man go up, get out of his feet and hit it. Is that Chelsea and Villa at home in the same week? Ha ha. I tell you what, it's exciting, isn't it? We drew one, Bernie Andy picking. Hi Andy. What's that about? Oh yeah, it's time the tables were turned. Let's give them it well and truly. As I say, they have been a bogey team, but hey, come on, they're no outstanding. They're not going to be in the, they're definitely not going to be in the top four this season in the Premier League. Too many good teams in there. Crichton win for the Borough against Port Vale last night in the Cup. Great Cup draw for Borough against Chelsea at home first. This is for Andrew Hill. Yeah, but at home first. As I mentioned when I come on, and January the 8th it kicks off at the Riverside. I would have liked the away game first and then back to the Riverside. You know, because, yeah. Saying that, that's the way we won it. It was two legs in the playoff final. And we were at home first was Erston Park, and we beat them 2-0, and then we went down to Stamford Bridge. They fancied themselves big time. They beat Blackburn in the semi-final, two legs, I think it was 6-0, one of the games. And we done them. Even Bernie, Chelsea, very poor side. How they won last night is beyond me. There for the taking over two legs. Definitely Nathan. He obviously, they beat Newcastle United, didn't he, in penalty kicks. Oh, dear me. Have you seen the Geordies win a cup? That was a chant. That was a chant last night down at Vale Park. Looking at Vale Park, it was good to return. I was grateful for getting invited. The hospitality was good. I met former Borough manager John Rudge. Actually, this is his book. John Rudge is one of the longest serving managers in football. Well, he was. And there was a wee bit here for... oh, well, it's a bit longer than I thought. There's the forward for Sir Alex Ferguson, and there's a wee tribute for a forward by Robbie Williams. I was going to read them, but they're too long. But John Rudge, and what's happening, and anybody that likes reading, I'm sure it'll be a good book and a fascinating book. It's £25, and every penny goes to a statue for John Rudge. They've raised 75,000. They need 100,000. I'm sure they'll get there. But John Rudge is, I think he's 79, and I've not met him for, well, he was the guy that signed me for Port Vale when I left Middlesbrough, when I was booted out the borough. And I was very grateful at the time. He offered me a 2-year contract. I had a great time down at Burslem, at the Potteries. And he was a great manager, a great guy, played football, and it was great to see him last night. Also seen a lad, Walker, who was the captain. Met Connor Ripley. He came up to see me in the lounge. I've seen somebody and he came over, gave me a cuddle. He's a big lad. I couldn't understand the Borough fans. If you're one of them last night, one of the morons, I would say, one of the half-wits, booing Connor Ripley. Connor Ripley's a Borough lad, played for Borough, was told, we don't need your services, head off. He's been around, he's at Port Vale. The fans were, a section, were hammering him behind the goal. What's that all about? So we've seen players come and go, players jump ship, go and chase their dream and get more money, and then they have returned and we all sign their name, get behind them. And yet we've got a guy that was driven out because we didn't fancy him, and his dad was in 86 team that I played, and but for that team, we could have went out of business. And you're booing his son. If I was his dad, and what I went through at Middlesbrough with the liquidation and relegation, and all use, well, some of you half-wits out there, and I'll call you half-wits. You can sign my name on Saturday, I'll be at the game. You can sign me and give me up, I don't give a flying. But I found it degrading. I really did, that a section of the fans was having a go at Ripley. Hey, you pay your money, you can do what you want. But why? Why are you booing a lad from Middlesbrough? Why are you booing somebody that left the club? Why do you cheer guys that leave the club, jump ship, and then jump back on board and you all cheer them? I can only presume you're half-wits. I didn't like it. I was embarrassed, actually. Nothing to fear, bring it on. Up the Borough. That's for Steve. Rich Payne says, Villa at home on the 6th. Chelsea will be 9th, 10th. Tough week. Hopefully have a few players back and a couple of new signings in. Let's hope so, Richie. I've seen something here. Ripley said a few things about us in the media. That's why some were having a go. Like what? What did he say to get the abuse he got? Tell me. I didn't see it. Don't really read papers. I only read the Times because I was in it yesterday. I didn't buy it. I've seen it online. Anyway. Where are we? The entire commentary team on ESPN have written us off. They say it will be Chelsea, Liverpool final. Mind you, they also said we've never played in the League Cup semi-final before. Well, that shows you how much knowledge they've got, David. Kevin Neal says chance now to. No, I'm not even saying that. I'm not mentioning Rudy Gestede. Dear God, this boy can't get in his head. Preston, Ronnie Hildersley scored, if I recall correctly. Preston, yeah, I think you're right. Chris is referring to a remark I made at the start when I said that Preston beat us at Erson Park. It was a cold day. There was a sort of an icy surface. We had to wear pimples. Couldn't wear boots, and they beat us. And Chris says it's Ronnie Hildersley. Well, no, Ronnie Radford. Mind he scored the wonder goal against Newcastle when Mark McDonald, Supermac, was playing. Mark McDonald says we're going to go there and smash them, and Ronnie Radford hit one for about 30 yards. Wonder goal. Every time the FA Cup comes round, they always show it. And he's laughing, his belly was hanging out. He scored a wonder goal. Andy Cutter says the other side will be rocking, and if we can get an edge, a win at our place, Chelsea might be nervy for the second leg in London. Well, the pressure's on Chelsea. We create our own pressure, and rightly so, but the pressure's on Chelsea. They're the Premier League outfit. They're the guys that spent millions and millions and millions of pounds and gave players 10-year contracts, some ridiculous contracts. So, yeah. Chris McGlade, hiya Chris. Chelsea are now. They're nowhere near the force they were. If we beat them at home, then we go to the final. 2 matches from European football because Liverpool will destroy Fulham and Liverpool will be in Europe anyway. So we'll be in Europe after 2 matches. If that's not enough incentive, then I don't know what is. So Chris has obviously done his homework. He's away ahead of the game. He's got us in Europe. Andy says, Bernie, how about a repeat of 88 playoff scores? We were underdogs then too. Yeah. I'll tell you what happened. And I know we're going back over old ground, but it's just a Chelsea thing. When we played Chelsea, it was the very first playoff final for the younger viewers. The very first playoff ever. And it wasn't at Wembley like they are now. It was two-leg affairs, semi-finals. We played Bradford home and away, or away and then at home, and then we played Chelsea at home and then away. And it was a different format. But Chelsea, one of their players, can't remember the midfield's name, the guys like Kerry Dixon, England international, Pat Nevin, Scottish international, they were little to international players. But there was a midfielder there, can't remember his name, because he wasn't that good. Malcolm McDonald, good player, but he couldn't stop a pig in an alley with them legs. Oh, he's got bandy legs, you're right. You're dead right. And what had happened, the midfield lad of Chelsea going into the second leg, because they beat Blackburn 6-0 before they faced us, he did this big bit, we're going to hammer Middlesbrough, do this, do that. And Bruce Rioch actually, when we went to Stamford Bridge, he did the article just before Stamford Bridge, the second leg, and Bruce pinned it up in the dressing room and made us read it before we went out. And we read it, and it really got your adrenaline up and want to kill them. And after that, we'll win the Champions League. Shane says, and after that, I think he's referring to Chris McGlade's post. Tony says, love to see us and Fulham in the final. I don't think the sponsors would love either of us, Terry. You know, the sponsors and the money men and the hoity-toity lot, the prawn sandwich brigade. They want the big boys. They want Chelsea and they want Liverpool, but that would be the dream, wouldn't it? Matthew Proudman says, not a bad draw. They are 1 point above Fulham, potentially 2 games away from Europe. Massive chance if we can get players back, without a doubt. And Ben Ingram says, just as you mentioned, Pat Nevin reminds me of my thick mate. He thought I was watching some Pat Nevin podcast about Borough for the past few months. As if. Yeah, you want to get rid of your mate. He's off his rocker, him. Alan Armstrong says, Chelsea were very inconsistent at the moment. I'm glad we've got them rather than Fulham, and definitely Liverpool, lad. Liverpool are flying. Liverpool must be favourites without a doubt. Without a doubt. I mean, as I say, they cruised there. The absolute trounced poor West Ham. The draw you wanted, Bernie. Cliff, that's what I'm saying. I don't bet. I just, before the Port Vale game and all the teams were there, I said, I want Port Vale, my old club. It came up tonight. I tweeted a couple of hours before the event. I hope we get Chelsea. And my thinking is, it'll be like a battle. Come on, I want to see our players smash them early doors, getting in amongst them, ruffling their feathers. You know, don't let them lift their heads. Put them under pressure from the off. And let's see how good they are at passing the ball when they're under pressure. Because in the top flight, believe it or not, and I was told this by Gary McAllister, the guy that was number 2 to Steven Gerrard at Rangers. He played for Leicester. I knew him from Glasgow. And we used to go to the same nightclubs. And I met him when we played in the last game before we went into the playoffs, because Leicester had nothing to play for. It was just a formality. We were going to win, get promotion. It never happened. Leicester beat us. And I always remember Gary McAllister saying, Bernie, I hope you get there. I hope Borough get there. And if you get there, you'll enjoy it better because they'll let you play football. And I was thinking, and it's true. You know, you get to, when you're playing better teams, they're more possession, passing the ball, zipping it around. Then you play against other teams who just like to boot you. So they won't like us if we get in. I'm not saying we're a team, we like to play football as well, but we need to show a bit of nastiness against these boys, because they'll not be used to the Premier in Europe or passing and a few tackles. But I always remember, I don't know what competition was it, the FA Cup or League Cup? Borough played the Arsenal at Old Trafford, and I did a bit in Sky before the game on this gantry thing, and I says, we need to set the tone of the game. Dean Windass playing for us that day. I says, we need to set the tone from the off, clatter somebody, give them it, let them know they're in a game, ruffled feathers. Dean Windass smashed Vieira, and we had a great start. I think we took the lead, but then Vieira returned the compliment late in the game and they won. But that's what we need to do. 14 injuries, God help us, definitely need some players in January. Well, the pressure's on. Director of football and company have to get their fingers out. Paul Gamble says, underdogs in the competition, nothing to lose. Let's just go out there and put on a good show, get at them, You never know up the Borough. Did you get any inside track on injuries, Shane? I don't go looking for information like that, to be honest. You know, the amount of injuries. I mean, Isaiah Jones came off the bench last night, then he goes off again. I can only presume he's injured. So that's another one. No good. Come on, Borough, let's have it. That's for Barbara Lane. Looking forward to it. I know Chelsea have quality, but I think they lack a lot of backbone. We need to get at them for Daniel Wilkinson. That's what I'm saying, Daniel. We should go out there, sort of play football, but with a wee bit of nastiness and ruffle them and get at them and don't let them lift their head and really put them under pressure and work their ass off right through the 90 minutes. Try and sustain it. Terry Cochrane, your mate, ITC. Bernie, we beat Chelsea 7-2, but didn't underestimate them now. Or don't underestimate. I get that, Terry. So Terry Cochrane, former Borough star, winger, used to, well, I heard stories. I know Terry's my pal now, but he used to put the socks down and take on the full back, old-fashioned type winger, fiery, get great balls in the box. Scored a wonder overhead kick. Was it Swansea? I've seen that time and time again. Every time I meet Terry, gets up on his phone. No, he doesn't. So Terry's saying, Bernie, we beat Chelsea 7-2, but don't underestimate them now. I don't think we underestimate anybody. I even says last night, going to Port Vale, they're not in a rich vein of form, but I thought, we have to take it seriously here. You know, and go and do the business. Don't go down there with a swagger thinking it's just going to happen. But last night was a professional performance. You know, House and Rogers, Crooks goals, great. Great to see young Kavanagh come on. That was another talking point. Last night, might see him Saturday, especially if Latty isn't out. Daniel Richards, yeah, it was good. I mean, I've been banging the drum for Kavanagh the last couple of weeks. When I seen his tally of 12 goals in 11 games, I thought, well, why is he not even getting a sniff on the bench? He's 20 years of age. Well, he came off the bench last night, late in the game. He looked sharp as a razor. He's direct. Could have scored a goal. Possibly should have scored, but he's run and ghosting in, middle of the goal. The ball went up our left, ball came in. He ghosted into 6-yard box, took a great position, probably near the near post, and he just clipped it, sort of on the half volley inside the foot. He placed it, and Connor Ripley made a great save. But he was unlucky not to go on the score sheet, but let's hope he does get on the bench on Saturday. I was there, Terry, remember it well. Chelsea scored first. Were you at the Chelsea game when Borough beat them 7-2? Terry Cochrane's reminded us. Paul's backing it, saying he remembers it. Steve says, poor showing from us. Vale just never got involved. Gave away too much respect, basically rolled over. Yeah, Steve, that's the game I've seen, you know what I mean? I went there hoping it would be a better game as both teams competing, but once we get the early goal, and it was a wicked deflection. Johnny Howson not noted for his goal scoring exploits. Hit one, could have went anywhere, clipped somebody's back over the goalkeeper. Connor Ripley's not got a hope in hell's chance. Then his second one, Connor Ripley, whose kickouts were brilliant. I mean, he could. Some of them were overhitting back to our goalkeeper. He opted to hit one shot to the left back. It was a good ball, but a bad ball. You're looking for trouble. And the left back's touch deserted, and we nicked it, played it square, bang, 2-0. It was a good night. That was the end of Port Vale. We played Chelsea at Wembley in the Zenith Data. Yeah, we did. I didn't want to mention that. I was just trying to mention the good times when I played about the playoff finals. But yeah, we played them Zenith Cup. Tony DeRigo scored a free kick. I don't think it was a great game. I don't think it was a good game for the purists. The late, great Ali Brownlee always says for years, when I was working with him long after I'd retired, and saying that I had missed a sitter. Rubbish, that was typical Ali, that. He'll be looking down and laughing. Typical Ali. I went to hit it and the midfielder blocked it. But the way Ali portrayed it on the radio, to everybody, television and radio, when we were doing it together as a duo, he said I missed a sitter. Got Terry's autograph at Ersam Park and still got it. Never got yours though, Bernie. You've got the best. Why worry about mine? TC's great player, great guy. Right, decent draw for me. Chelsea are the least consistent team than Liverpool or Fulham. Yeah, Fulham's a good footballing team. Colin Fryatt. Annette, Nelly Hughes, hi Annette. Are you happy Borough got through, Bernie, or did you want Port Vale to win? Listen, I'll do a bit for YouTube tomorrow. I've still to edit it. Just down at Vale Park behind the scenes, talking to John Rodge, wee clips. I was in the lounge here last night, I don't know, maybe 200 people. I did a talk, and the guy who was comparing says, come on then, Bernie, you know, who you want to win? I says, look, it's not even open to debate. Port Vale I loved. I was there a year and a half and I had a great time and won a couple of medals. I said, but Middlesbrough's my team. They gave him an opportunity, and I was 8 years at Middlesbrough. They gave him a big chance in England. First time I'd sampled full-time football. You know, so I'm forever grateful for the late, great Willie Madden for getting me. Steve Gibson for sanctioning it, because the chairman at the time, a guy called Duffield, was, I don't know where he is, but Steve Gibson was a young director, and he says to Madden, Willie Madden, go dress him, look, I'll support you in it, go for it, get him. I was Willie's last signing, sorry. So, yeah, I wanted Bury to win. Of course I wanted Bury to win. Why would I want Port Vale to win? I wanted it to be a better game. I want Port Vale to be on a real show and come away thinking, you know what? We won, but Port Vale looked really good. But I was a wee bit disappointed in Port Vale. Up until the last third, they were good up until the last third. They got the ball left or right. Then they put balls in the air. The guys up front were 5'0". There was no way they were going to beat Fry and Company and Big Clark. I mean, my mate tweeted me the day, my little artist friend from Harrogate, one of the Harrogate Hounds, and he put, Clark was like Maldini. Obviously been on the drink. Maldini, you know who Maldini is? He's one of the greatest Italians ever. Maldini, centre-back. So I don't think Clark was Maldini, but I think I could have played centre-back against the forwards at Port Vale. Then Pisa comes off. I thought he had a three-piece sweep doing his shots. He was massive. Couldn't he move? Muscle-bound. Or stale. I don't know, one or the other. And there's another lad came on for Vale who was a big lad, but nah. The thing is about Port Vale, I was talking about us getting in amongst them in Chelsea in the cup games. Port Vale started kicking us, Middlesbrough, last night, second half, too late. The game was out of their hands. They were kicking us through frustration. They should have been doing that first half. To say, hey, you're in a game tonight, we're not going to watch you playing, we're going to give you it. But they never. They only started tackling and putting late challenges in because of the frustration. Up the Borough would be nice to beat Chelsea and trip to Wembley, Peter Sloan. Yeah, come on, you Borough fans out there who don't, forget the cup, load of old tosh, not interested, only distraction, we want to concentrate in the league. We've been saying this tosh for 13 years. Come on, you'll be queuing up, you'll be moaning if you don't get a ticket. The hypocrisy. Even Bernie, absolutely buzzing. My dad's a Chelsea fan. Your dad's a Chelsea fan, Anthony. Anthony Morton is. My dad's a Chelsea fan, and he says they've been embarrassing this year. No reason we can't beat them. Exactly, Anthony. I mean, can you imagine we come up here and we beat them 2-0 and we go to Stamford Bridge and keep them tight, get the crowd on their case, which they're likely to do. Paul Kelly said it was Connor Ripley's comment saying, I'm out to beat the Borough. I'm no fanboy. Well, what's up with that? Hey, I tell you what, when I left Middlesbrough, when I was driven out of Middlesbrough like Connor Ripley was, if I wanted to play against Middlesbrough, I'd have wanted to get a hat-trick against Middlesbrough. It's called professionalism. I'm a fan, but I'm a professional. Ripley's a professional. So how do we have a go at Ripley because of nothing comments? And yet guys that jump shit over the years leave a club for ambition and more money and a career move to better them, and then they return, we all cheer them. Why do we not boo them? Why are we booing boys who've been driven out, local lads, whose dad was a star, who went on to win the Premier League with Blackburn Rovers? As I say, the guys I played with like Ripley and Hamilton and Palace and Mowbray and Cooper and Pattinson and everybody else, Archie Stevens, for you to ever go one of your sons, if that was my son, I'd be giving it that. I really would. To use who are having a go at my son. Why? Because he said I'm out to beat the Borough. Well, I hope he is. What do you want me to say? I want Borough to beat us. I can say it. I wanted to beat Borough when I was away from Borough. I never got the opportunity, but I would have loved to have scored nothing better than to go out the bench and say, hey, Lenny, get it right up you. So, I don't understand the mentality of some of the fans. I really don't. Benjamin, I think the chants were aimed at him because the comments he made before the game saying he can't wait to beat us. Yeah, but there's a bit of ideology there as well, isn't there? Well, he wants to beat us, of course he does. That young lad did some good interviews, including you and Carrick. The young lad, AJ. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, he can't wait to beat. It's a bit of cadology, but you have to be confident. He's a confident lad. He's a confident lad, as I say. I've met him once in the stairwell, right a few years ago at the Riverside. Big blonde lad, big strong looking lad. And I knew his name, I knew he played in goal, but I hadn't seen him actually. I couldn't see exactly what he looks like. I don't buy papers, I don't look at profiles of people's faces or whatever. And he went, "Are you alright? How you doing, Ben?" I said, "How you doing, big man?" I'm looking up at him because he's about 6'4". He went, "My dad made all your goals." And I went, "Well, who's your dad?" And he went, "Stuart Ripley." And I went, "Oh, right, yeah, you're right." So, a wee bit of respect. You know, he's back at geology, he's playing for Port Vale. We packed him out, we didn't want him. I'm sure he wanted to stay with his hometown club. We didn't want him, so he moved on. He wants to beat us. As I say, I was driven out. I love Middlesbrough. I live here now. I'm back here. The way it's panned out, and I'm delighted to be back. And I love the borough, and I love to praise and I love to criticise because I love them. But we've driven them out. Why should they not have a go? Don't get it. Canny kid Connor Ripley is Barbara. Lovely kid. Just joining Mrs. Last Few. What are you on about, Liz? Are you on the sherry early doors? Andy Appleyard said it was all just banter. Bernie Ripley was laughing and gave him a good clap at the end just because, hold on a minute, just because of what he said. Look, I did hear the fans singing eventually. I heard a bit of that, but there was some, I could hear it. I was in the main stand just above the tunnel. I'm thinking, don't get it. Always be a Vale legend, mate. We were awful yesterday. Hope you were made welcome, Stephen Crank. Hi, Stephen. Yes, Stephen, I loved it. I loved meeting John Rudge. Big fan of John Rudge. I mean, I says there when I was doing my talk, if I wasn't a fan, I wouldn't have spoke to Rudgie. I'd have still went to the game, but I love John Rudge. Let's hope he gets his statue he deserves. I'm sure he will. And Matt Walker, is it? No, what's his name? Walker. I keep forgetting his first name. Walker, the captain, he was there. There's another lad, goalkeeper, I never played with him. I'm bad with names, terrible with names. But yeah, it was great. Brilliant. Seen George Friend. Had a wee quick chat with George. So George was there, no doubt supporting the borough. Matthew Proudman says he never got booed. It was banter. And he got clapped and sang one of our own at the end. It come from his comments in the press saying we were going to beat us and we were there for the taking. Well, we were. We'd been in a bad run. But a fan sang him off the park at the end. It's banter, mate. I hope it is, but I didn't see any banter directed at guys that jumped ship and returned to Middlesbrough. I'd like to see a bit of banter then when they returned, but never seen it. I like banter. I love nothing better than banter. I had a couple of mates today who were there, who were in the crowd. And they actually texted off, but uncomfortable with the certain quarters having a go at Ripley. So there was some serious sides. And then it became a bit of fun. As I say, probably drink played a part as well. Bernie, you know this is my team, Chelsea. Looking forward to this. Matt Sadler, you better be worried, Mark. The mighty Borough's come to town. Or you come up here first. Vale fan here. Best and loudest fans I've seen at Vale Park in many of years. Good luck to you all for the reason and the semi. Oh, for the season and the semis. Thank you very much, Stephen. So I put Vale fan wishing us all the best, saying that Borough fans were the loudest fans that's travelled to Villa Park. So there's a compliment for the Borough fans. Obviously, was he listening to the shouting and that? Never understood the Borough and cup runs. We know what we are capable of against Premier opposition. Up the Borough. That's for, is it Mal Handley? Mal Handley. That's a fair comment. We have zero hope of beating Chelsea. I would have been more confident versus Fulham for Leslie Coates. All right, Leslie, that's what you mean. Yeah, I'm sure we. If I could have cherry picked, I'd have probably went for Fulham. But Fulham's a good footballing team, and at the minute Chelsea's the worst out of the three of them. I watch a lot of football on the TV, and I've watched them all. Liverpool are flying. Liverpool are. I mean, if they turn it on, dear God, they'll beat the threes together. If Liverpool played against us and Fulham, they would turn us over. Dave Ditchburn says, remember the last time we played Chelsea in a two-leg? Can you? Dave, I've mentioned that at the top of the show, man. You must have been half sleeping, just come on. Or still run naked, run the kitchen, celebrating playing Chelsea in the semi-final. I mentioned it. Yeah, of course I do. We beat Bradford, and then we played Chelsea at home at Ayresome Park. We won 2-0. And then we went down there, and we lost a goal after 17 minutes, was it? Early doors. Gordon Jury, former Rangers player, drilled one bottom of the corner. Chelsea fans were up for it. It was the last game of the season, obviously, but playoff final. It was a lovely, glorious day. And then we held on. The defence that day was amazing. Defensively as a unit, except me, I was running about like a headless chicken. Never got a kick, just try to help the defenders defend. I didn't know what I was doing. But the whistle went, and I always just remember running towards 10,000 ecstatic travelling Borough supporters. Unbelievable. They had their shirts off. Some of them were down to their undies. They were absolutely jubilant. Amazing scenes. And as I got there, closer, because I'm centre forward, and we're shooting towards the Borough fans. And as the whistle went, I don't like Chelsea at all. I just, no one's shooting any hands. Just ran towards the crowd. And I was getting near the thousands of Borough fans. They all became animated and pointing. And I'm thinking, well, the lads will be behind me. As I turned round, the lads were all running down the tunnel and off the pitch. And there was thousands of Chelsea fans running at me. Now, I wasn't quick, but I would have beat Linford Christie that day. You can watch it on YouTube. You actually see the end of the game, and the Borough players all vanish, and number 7, which I was wearing, I'm last off. And the fans all come on. And then the police come on with the batons, and they're whacking the fans, and there was mayhem. And the next day, I still got all the cuttings for back then. I did buy Peters then, I don't buy them now. Battle of the Bridge it was called. And it was just thuggery. Back then I think they sneaked bottles and that in as well. There was loads went on. It was horrible scenes, and if you were there with a kid or a young, your boy or girl or whatever it was, awful for them to see such scenes and violence. So I've never liked Chelsea for them, so I'm delighted we get Chelsea, and I really, really hope we can gub them, wallop them, humiliate them. Typical cup draw, Borough v Chelsea. Was never going to be Borough v Fulham. Would have been good to see a different team in the final, Chris Andrews. You can look at it either way, you know what I mean? Up the Borough, Wembley, here we come. Wembley, here we come. It'd be better if it was a one-off, wouldn't it? 2 legs. Dave Saunders says, honestly, Bernie, the fans booing Ripley was caused by him saying we will beat the Borough. No passion to Borough, and was very disrespectful towards us. But the team of 86, you won't beat the passion of that team. I never read the article. Maybe I would have read into it the same as you if I read the whole article. But obviously, getting wee snippets, I can't really see for the life of me why we get such abuse. Especially when he's a Borough lad. But again, nobody's answered my question. So a young goalkeeper, they say something disrespectful, heads off. I've seen players that's played for Middlesbrough. Don't forget, I've been here since 85, 86. I've seen it all. I've been to hundreds of games. Over 500 games with Ali Brownlee, every top competition, seen every player, their every move, know their backgrounds. I've seen players leaving, returning, and look at Janino. Well, let's get a wee bit of the nitty gritty. Janino, I love Janino, great player. First season average, second season, one of the best players I've ever seen. Amazing. Came back a couple of times, no the same. He returned to Borough. Now, what's the biggest crime? Conor Ripley saying that before we play them? Or Janino saying he loves Borough, then he gets caught with his pants down coming out of Villa Park because he went to talk to Aston Villa? Come on. I never heard any stick towards Janino when he came back. Hypocrites. Hypocrisy. The world full of it. Football's full of it. The FA's full of it. BBC's full of it. Oh, hypocrites. You copy your pants down and then you end up signing for us because it ends up it's broke down the negotiations. You sign for us and I never heard any stick. You cherry pick who you... Middlesbrough 3 home games in a row. 1st Coventry, 6th Aston Villa, 9th Chelsea. It's not bad, is it? It's exciting, isn't it? Coventry's a good team. Aston Villa's a very good team. How good is he doing? And Chelsea, 9th. Andrew Benson, Evening Bernie, evening Andrew, I hope you're well. Fantastic draw for us that. I'm delighted, I'm buzzing. Can't wait to see that lot, that blue lot. I don't like blue as a rule. Come from Glasgow, my mate's a Rangers fan, but I don't. Blue's my favourite colour, believe it or not, but it's not royal blue, sky blue, like the Man City blue, that's my favourite colour. But royal blue, ooh, I detest royal blue, but it's north south of the border, don't like it. Highland likely we will progress, Bernie Joseph Slavin. However, a lot depends on how we perform at home in the first leg. That's with Paul McLean. Yeah, without a doubt, Paul. I mean, if we were to beat 2 or 3-0 at home, then it's good night. We might as well not make the journey. Might as well send the kids. But hey, if we get a 1-0 victory or whatever here, then it's game on. If we do ourselves proud here, I might even travel down to London to Stamford Bridge. I mean, I don't really go away. Games. Port Vale, I've done it for years with the commentary, but I'm happy watching it on the telly and doing this afterwards. But Chelsea, I might be drawn there. I'd like to go back to Stamford Bridge, see it live, hear the atmosphere, beat them, be amazing. I might run on the park. Andrew Ben said, have you given your opinion on the game last night? Just got in. Yeah, I did. I thought it was a professional performance, Andrew. We controlled the pace of the game, we were direct, we were quicker, we were stronger. Yeah, all over the field. I say men against boys, but we've got boys as well, but we really highlighted that there's a gulf between where Port Vale are and the Championship, like us. Yeah. They were not a bad footballing team, but when they got in the last third, I can't even remember them. They had a shot went over the bar. I think, did they clip the bar or went over the bar? That was a contribution as attacking force. Not good enough, and defensively all over the shop. So yeah, so I did give my opinion, but I was delighted. We went out there, we'd done the job, and we started to just keep possessing the ball, knowing 3's enough. Let's just calm it down. And the fans were great. You know, I'm picking up on the Ripley thing, but hey, there was a great support behind the goal. Genuine question, Bernie: were you nervous in 88 playoffs, or were you all quietly confident in the game? So. Was I nervous? Adrenaline nervous, yeah. Nervous that we weren't going to win? No, I never thought that. We had 2-0. We 2-0 at Ayresome Park. Me and all the lads went down there thinking, yeah, we're going to beat them. But when Judy scored the goal, then probably, yeah, there was a bit of nerves kicked in, but we hung on in there. But what a lot of people don't know, back then, I mean, you couldn't do it now, big Ivan Tony's in trouble. Well, he was something to do with betting and gambling. Bruce Rioch at the time says after we get beat with Leicester City in the last game of the season, not to make the automatic promotion into top flight, the old first division, equivalent to the Premier. Bruce came in after that game, we were all gutted, distraught, heads down, fucking slinging with gear down, throwing boots, absolutely gutted not making it. Bruce says, right, get your heads up. Monday morning, I want you in, come in, right attitude, we're going to train, we're going to get through these playoffs, and I want 100 quid off you each. And we were all going, 100 quid? Some of us were on 250, 300 quid a week. Some of the boys were married with kids. 100 quid's a lot of money when you're only on 300 quid a week. And he's telling you to put 100 in to bet that we would qualify. And anyway, we were so caught up in the playoffs, me anyway, that after the playoffs, and we win, we headed off to America. We had a civic reception at the town hall, and then we headed off to America. Now, none of the lads really wanted to go. I certainly didn't want to go. These days I'd have said I'm not going. They could have fined me, I wouldn't have went. But anyway, we're going there, and as we're heading down the A19, and we're going to Heathrow or whatever, we're staying overnight, Bruce came up. I forgot about it. I was so, you know, the euphoria and everything along with it. Bruce came up with his smart as a carrot, suit, tie on, opened the briefcase, well done, £1,000. £1,000. Everybody got $1,000. I was thinking, wow, how good was that? £1,000, a lot of money. So Bruce, that was his way of saying, come on, I'm taking 100 quid off you, you better one, because you need the money. None of us were rich or like today's players, 30, 40 grand a week or 200 grand a week. Well, we were on alright money at the time, but not great money. Not enough to retire. So that 100 quid was a lot of money then, but to get £1,000 in return after 4 games in the playoffs. That was a fair old bet. Saying that I've never betted since. It's true, the winners of the Carabao Cup go into Europe. Liverpool will be already in Europe. So qualification, this is Chris McGlade who's done his homework. Qualification for the Europe via the Carabao Cup will go to the team that came runner-up. And we will be runner-up against Liverpool. Chris, I hope you're right. And Chris, if you know Chris McGlade, Redcar, comedian, poet, film star. He's in the Old Oak, go and see it. Great film, I've seen it, great film. Chris, years ago, I mean, I'm pally with Chris now, but years ago, I remember I would be doing the commentary with Ali Brownlee, and this half-naked man with stockings and suspenders on, he had high heels on, ran onto the pitch, got grabbed by the police, ended up one of the bobbies, took his hat off and put it out of his crown jewels and marched away, ended up in wherever. So that's Chris McGlade. But what a man, big Borough fan, massive Borough fan, loves the Borough, and he's very funny, great comedian, talented, flawed genius like most geniuses. Hope you had a fantastic day yesterday with both of your clubs. Then you get Nemesis Chelsea. Do you think we actually, this is for Stephen Wilson, do you think we actually have a chance? Stephen, without a doubt. Really, we have to do something at home. We cannot get beat at home and then go down there. I think we're just going to turn it. I think we have to win at home, and I'm sure there'll be a capacity crowd there. Every Tom, Dick and Harry will be turning up. People that's not been there for years because it's Chelsea. They want to see some of the big guns, Premier League team. Yeah, let's win at home. And why should we be concerned about Chelsea? I mean, if it was Liverpool, I'd be sitting here honestly saying after watching tonight, we'll get walloped. They're a top team. Klopp's got them back on track now. Signed a few players this summer. They're really playing good football, scoring goals. So, but Chelsea, I keep looking at Chelsea. They keep switching managers. There's their director of football spending millions and millions and millions of pounds and getting out long-term contracts, and they're not doing the business. Kieran J. Campbell says Hackney can show where he belongs if he can get back fit in time. Going to the top of the game, that lad. Kieran, I've only met the kid once. It was up here where I live, and had a wee quick chat, but I could tell right away he was grounded. And that's a good thing. You know, if you come across as sort of a big time chat thing, we got a wee edge to him. His edge comes on the pitch. Off the pitch, he's a good kid. He looks a good kid. Met his parents, well, certainly his mother, I don't know his dad. And yeah, he's a grounded, he's a local lad for Redcar. He's done brilliant. He's in the England young side. He's first team regular at Middlesbrough. This is his second, third season. He's really made a statement. He just needs to keep it going. He needs to keep scoring. When I met him, I said, you wear number 7, you need to start scoring goals. And not long after I met him, he scored a great goal at the Riverside. I said he needs to score 10, well he's only got 90 goals. He's not got enough games. Phil Otten says, the amount of injuries can't just be bad luck, surely. Let's stay positive. One door shut, another opens for someone. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it, Phil. But years ago, there was 1 or 2 teams with loads of injuries and people were questioning the training methods and what the players were actually doing. I wonder if anybody at Middlesbrough is scrutinising as to what's going on the training ground or in the gym or whatever they're doing. But I know modern players, I still find it hard to believe. My day, you just ran your ass off and then you played 5-a-sides and have a few shots at goal and see you later. These days, they've all got 6-packs. Makes you look good when you take your jumper off, when you're on holiday, or you jump. I was going to say call me in the bath, not call me in the bath. That's all well and good, but what are the players going to the gyms for their upper body strength, which is important as well, of course it is, but I think they do as much work in the gym as they do on the field. That's what I'm told. I remember seeing Traore. I don't know if I've told the story. Traore, who obviously is lightning quick, he went to Wolves, never cut it there. I don't even know where he is these days. Traore, lightning quick, didn't score enough, didn't create enough, 10 minutes, didn't create enough, just sheer pace and strength. But we were doing this advert for the sponsors, and there was me, Gary Patterson, Gary Gill, went to Hillworth where the lads train now, and we're in there and the cameras are rolling and we've did a couple of things, and Tony Mowbray's shirt was on the air. And the idea was I was to stand up, they'd mapped the floor, so I was to stand up and turn like that, and Troy would come through the door with no shirt on, and I would pass it to him and he was going to put it on. So it was Hummel it was, this was the advert for Hummel. So anyway, we sit chat, the door opens, I get the shirt. I've never seen him, he's told off, obviously I've seen him in the past, and I don't know the kid. So I've got him, I've turned, I've walked to the marker on the floor, I've looked at her, I went, fucking hell, where'd you get a body like that? He was like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Johnny Weissmuller, Tarzan that is, unbelievable body. And I just went, where the fuck did you get a body like that? And then we had to do take 2, take 3, everybody was laughing, but yeah, he was like that, but built like that and fast as that, with no end product. That's why he's still bobbing around. If he could harness what he's got and create and score goals, which he should, with what he's got, what he's got at his disposal, he'd be back playing for Barcelona, Real Madrid, whatever, one of the top sides in the world. But yeah, purely Scotland playing. Rob Tip says hopefully by the time the Tide played, we will start getting players back. Happy with the draw. Yeah, so Rob's saying more or less when the players come back, hopefully, and he's happy with the draw. He's happy facing Chelsea. Are you a Borough fan? Are you concerned about Chelsea? Mike McLaughlin says, remember the League Cup against Arsenal when Riaz scored the own goal up the Borough? Yeah, I would be commentating then. Mike Phil, what type of striker is Kavna Bernie? Not seen much of him. I'll be honest, nobody's seen him in the first team. I've seen pictures of him on social network. I didn't know his height or build or... Again, he's got the good physique, but he's small, light, fast. He looked fast last night, took up good positioning, and could and should have scored. So, what I've seen, I was impressed. Doesn't matter with your height, if you know what the goal is, 12 and 11 for the 21s is a good old tally. And as I say, we're not exactly scoring goals for fun and got prolific strikers at our disposal. So young Kavanagh being prolific for the 21s surely deserves a chance. Well, he got a chance last night and didn't let himself down. Too many training sessions, heavy. We think we get injuries. Best to rest our players between games. I wish you could watch away games live on the telly. Shane. Too many training sessions. You're saying heavy training sessions. I think that's what you mean. I don't think there's such a thing in the modern game. There was heavy training sessions when we played. We ran for miles. Then we'd get in the gym and you come out all strange. You couldn't straighten up because you were lifting weights. You done that when if it was cold and wintry, they would take you in the gym. Somebody's never done weights. I was more a runner and endurance. I wasn't into weights. I wasn't wanting to look like a bodybuilder. I wanted my suits to fit me and that. Didn't want these big muscles like a bouncer at a nightclub. Anyway, we went to the gym and they would hammer us for an hour. And then you couldn't walk the next day because you'd pump muscles in your stomach. We get more chance of winning the championship than beating Chelsea over the 2 legs. Dear God, you're happy here, Leslie. Cannot believe fans saying it's a good draw. It's the worst team possible. We could get a draw. Leslie, the worst team. Did you see Liverpool tonight? Oh, Liverpool's the team we had to avoid. Chelsea and Fulham, I think they're much of muchness. I don't think. Liverpool, I would have to say that on that performance tonight, they would batter any, the 3 teams. So, to say that the worst team, it's not the worst team, Liverpool would have been the worst team. Andy Curtis says, Terry Cotman's a brilliant winger for us. Love watching him go past people in the overhead kick at Swansea in the cup was sublime. Oh, did you see it? If you've not seen it, right, obviously I wasn't here at the time, but I watched Terry Cochrane's overhead kick. You'll see it on YouTube. Against Swansea, I think it was better than Wayne Rooney's. No, it was a tremendous goal. Overhead kick. I think it was about 16 yards out and the ball's come in. He just overhead kick, top corner, magnificent. Watch it. Terry Cochran overhead kick against Swansea for Middlesbrough. Big game for us, Chelsea. Big game for us, Chelsea. I see for Matt Sadler. And big game for you guys. So Matt's obviously a Chelsea fan. We have dropped massively over the last year or so. One thing is we struggle to score. Batter the Geordies last night. Oh, well, yeah, I'm laughing because obviously went to penalties. Dominated them from start to finish, but someone is getting a hiding soon. Let's wait and see up the Chelsea. So Mark's in a position to talk to Chelsea. I don't watch them every week, but I know they're huffing and puffing. But what he's saying is, against the Geordies last night, that they were outstanding and loads of chances, didn't put them to bed, and they're going to thump somebody well and truly. Is that with 11 players, Mark, or 10? Paul Kennedy said, I wanted Fulham, their weaker team than Chelsea. Are they? That was a rough day in London. Rob Tip, well, it was, you're not kidding. I'm still getting over it. Great to see you at the Vale last night. Thanks, Craig. It was good being there. As I say, I met a lot of lovely people. We did a chat in the lounge. Then we went on the pitch. Applauded the Vale fans. I'm part of the Vale. I honestly thought the Borough fans were to the left because that's where the away fans used to be. Now I'm doing all this, and it turns out it's Vale fans. Well, obviously I'm invited with Vale, so I'm going to applaud them and I respect them greatly. But I thought, first of all, it was a Borough fan. It turns out it was a Vale. Hold on, I've seen something here. It was fairly long, so I want to have the courtesy to read it. Do you remember 1988 semi-finals versus Liverpool? We were in the Championship, lost 2-1 at Anfield. Mertens scored, then we beat them 2-0 at the Riverside through Merson and Branca. I'd be lying, Daniel. Oh, sorry, 98. I'd be lying if I say I do remember. I'd have been doing the game for sure. I did every game. With Ali, the late great Ali Brownlee. But I cannot remember that now. Will VAR be added at the Riverside? That's a good old question, Wayne. This VAR bill, you know, it's still a joke for me. We know it costs money, but you can't just flip it. It's either in the competition from the start, you can't just introduce it because it's the semis or the finals. I find that, I know they've got it at the Premier League club, but I just think that's a no-no. For me, if it doesn't start the competition, you don't end with it. You go through with no VAR. Hey, if it works in a favour, but we'll be happy with it, won't we? The VAR does my head in. Chelsea going back with their heads down up the Borough. Luke Dawson. That'd be nice, look, wouldn't it? Chelsea going down that A19, heading south to the big smoke, tails between the legs, gutted the mighty Boroughs, giving them a smashing. Do we feel the weakened side against Aston Villa? Matt Smith, you're joking, aren't you? Why? Because it's a semi-final and this is only in early days of the FA Cup? No, let's treat both of them seriously. But Aston Villa is another very, very good team. This will show you how far we are away from the Premier League. I don't think we're going to make the Premier League this season. I don't think we'll make top 6. Unless there's a right few new faces come in January. But my gut is we won't make top 6. I hope we do, of course I do. But I'm a realist, not a fantasist. So, but this all shows how good we are. Some may think we're good. I still don't think defensively we're good. Well, we're not. The goals that we concede indicate we're not good enough as a unit. And up front we're not good enough. Last night was good, 3 goals. Lesser opposition, big pitch. The big pitch suited us as well. That was one of the things I asked Dean Glover and Paul Kerr, both former Borough players, went to Port Vale. And when I was going there, I asked them, what kind of football, do you play football? And is the pitch a nice pitch? And they say it's a great football. The turf is great, it's a big surface and as wide as any in the country. And they were right. And last night we suited us down to the ground. Do we feel now? So I've not read any of these, I'll leave these. He got good reception at the end, mate. Well, that's fine, Adam. We're going back to Conor Ripley, I take it. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I say, you will get somebody serious who's not got half a brain, and the other ones, their codology and a bit of fun as well. I get that. But for where I was sitting, and I'm not deaf, I might have small ears, but I can hear well. And some of it sounded derogatory, and I thought, does he really deserve that, the kid? Battle of the Bridge 2024, Stuart Gourley. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? So Battle of the Bridges, when I played, that's what they called that. Battle on and off the pitch. We won on it, but I think they caused mayhem. Mike McLaughlin, hi Mike. Bernie Joseph Slavin, do you remember when we beat the Arsenal in the semi-final of the league? No, you've asked that. I've read that out. Chris Andrews says, I think we were better suited for Liverpool. If this was one leg against Chelsea at home, we would win. It's 2 legs, going to be tough. Even 1-2 now. So lots of buts, maybes, and fancy Borough to beat Chelsea. Chelsea, it's not called Chelsea now, is it? He's American, eh? From a Liverpool fan, see you in the final. Jason Surby. Jason, I'm a big fan of Liverpool as well. I like Man United. I know Man United and Liverpool despise each other, but I love Liverpool's style and brand of football. I love the You'll Never Walk Alone. I was brought up with that at Celtic Park, and whenever I used to go there with the commentary, the hairs my neck would stand up when I seen, you know, the cop giving it big ones with millions of flags and banners and scarves and noise and colour. Amazing, amazing. And obviously what the Liverpool publics went through, Hillsborough and Heysel, you know, you've been through a lot and no justice. But you're still... I went to Liverpool not so long ago. I went to see Morrissey in concert at the night, but I had a trip. I've not been to Liverpool. Went there as a player, but never really seen it. But went there to see the gig on the night, but left early with my missus, walked around Liverpool. It was a crap day weather-wise, but I thought it was amazing. The people were lovely. Everybody was upbeat despite the weather. Everybody was nice. Still characters. Liverpudlians are characters. Don't forget, I played with a few. John Aldridge, he's a Liverpudlian. I played with Aldo with the Republic. Loved Aldo, great character, great player, great goal scorer. Where did he go? Real Sociedad, and then he went to Tranmere. Played for the Republic under the late great Jack Charlton. But he was a character. But Liverpudlian, yeah. I like saying that. I like the Cockneys as well. I like the old Cockney rhyme. Stephen Wilson said, character. I like characters. Too many boring people in this world. Bernie, if it is true about injuries, what do you think if Kavanagh has to start Saturday? Stephen Wilson. What do you think? I'd be excited. I would sit there and thinking, come on, son, get a goal. Last night I was really wanting him to get a goal. But he looked as sharp as a razor. He looked quick. He's small. He looks lightweight. Boy, he is lightweight. He looks lightweight. It looks as if the wind could blow him, but he was quick. And his runs were good. Movement was good. Yeah, I found it refreshing. I mean, I think he's about the same height as Latty Laugh. But a wee bit lighter than Latty Laugh. But I thought he done well when he came on, the kid. And I don't see why he shouldn't be on the bench at least on Saturday. If he has to start, then we have to just go with it, don't we? Get behind the kid. Andrew Cooper says, was it true you all stopped off at a chip shop on the way home after the 88 playoff game at Chelsea? Andy Cooper. Yeah, the story was, Andy, I'm sure you heard it, but I'm confirming it's true. So Andy's asking, the time we relegated Chelsea, yeah, we relegated 86 lads, the main 86 lads. There was a right few who's played that day, Stamford Bridge. We beat them on their own midden backyards, and after the game, after the riots, we went out, celebrated with the fans, then we get into the dressing room, and the chairman at the time says, listen, great, you know, incredible what you've done, third, second, first, and great result over the playoffs. Do you want to get into the middle of London? We'll go to whatever, some flash hotel. Lads went, no, we'll get fish and chips on the way out. I was eating fish then. We'll get fish and chips on the way out. And he's going, no, do you want to go to the Hilton or... No, and the lads went, and that for me summed the lads up. I don't think modern players would stop for fish and chips. I think they would have rather go to the Hilton, get the champagne, the caviar and all that crap. We were mongrels. Today they're all pedigrees. They get a wee tear in their tights, they're out for 3 weeks and all that carry on. We stopped on the way, I think just before we went out of London, stopped at a fish and chip shop, stopped. We were all eating the fish and chips outside the shop. We didn't get back in the bus to eat them. And then as Borough fans were coming out, certain Borough fans had spotted us, no me, the team, jumped out, having a chat with us, cuddling us and pinching a few chips here and there. That's how we knew we were for the Borough, when we started pinching our chips. But seriously, that summed the group of lads I played with up. Amazing times. Majority local lads, you know. We signed Trevor Senior then, Trevor was for Reading, but there was still a lot of local lads in and around that team. You know, Cooper, Parkinson, Pears, Pallister, Mowbray, myself. Hamilton had been, obviously, for Glasgow, but he'd been here as a young lad. You know, it was an amazing time, really was. Trevor Chavez says, put bricks through our coach windows that day. Feared for my life, was frightening. So Trevor referring to the Battle of the Bridge. Not only did they come on the pitch, they were putting bricks through the buses. Yeah, I remember going up towards Wembley Way on the coach, the team coach. And, no, sorry. That was in the, that was the Zenith Cup I'm talking about. The bus was going through London, and every pub towards Wembley seemed to be a Chelsea bar. All Chelsea fans all giving it that and chucking things, and it was pretty intimidating. But this is the last time it's 2 legs. Yeah, I've mentioned that at the top of the thing, Leslie. This is the last time 2 legs. We'll take the shed up the Borough. Up the effing Borough, he says. Up the effing Borough, yeah, that's true. Up the Borough. Chris McGlade says, cheers, Ben. Cheers, Chris. And Chris, I just seen something late last night. You'd put something on about a wee bit of a bad do, but I think you're back on your feet and everything's good. So, all the best, Chris. I'm glad I gave you 100 quid now before you come on. Let's see if there's any more. Then that's me. I'm overshot the runway anyway. Up the Borough, wishing you and your family a great Christmas. All the very best from Thailand. Hey, I'm on Saturday, Chris. Don't be deserting me yet. It's not Christmas Day. Is it Monday? I don't know when Christmas is, but we've got a game. West Brom Saturday. No, unless you're disappearing. Hi Benny, it was good to see you today. Steve Sanderson, hi Steve, good meeting you. Jordan Shaw says we have a good chance if we have a full fit squad. Yeah, don't forget, lads coming back will be refreshed, revitalised. If they're fit, they'll be ready to go. They'll be more hungrier than ever because they've been at the scene for a few weeks or months. So I'd love McGree to be back. Hackney, they're the 2 definite that we need back, without a shadow of a doubt. They're the 2 most important for me. Hackney and McGree. They didn't win off it either, Bernie. That's for Stuart. And then Christian Brown says, with a back 4, he's not confident. Sterling will have a field day running past Matt Clark. Well, we don't know if Matt Clark will play, but as I said earlier, my mate was saying it was like Maldini last night. Well, we'll have to be like Maldini if he's going to mark Sterling. Because Sterling's been in fine form. Amazing how Gareth Southgate left him at the England squad. Obviously, he's got a lot of quality at his disposal. But Sterling, I think he's had an unbelievable career. He's still great. He's still quick. He's still direct. He's still nippy. He's still clever, cunning. He's everything. He'll cause us problems, there's no doubt. And their defence really have to be alive. You know, but saying that'd be typical Borough. We let 3 goals in against Plymouth, 3 in at Exeter, 3 here, 3 there. We'll probably keep a clean sheet against Chelsea at the Riverside. You watch. What do you think of these top clubs showing interest in Hayden Hackney? Oh, Chris, at the minute it's paper talk and rumours, but there's no smoke without fire, that old cliche, but it's a true saying. But I think Hackney, Carrick and co will be attracting attention from elsewhere. I mean, I watched Tottenham tonight I watched West Ham getting destroyed tonight by Liverpool, and Moyes get done 5 the other week. There was against Fulham, and I'm a David Moyes fan, but I listen to National Sport at night when I'm painting into the early hours, and I hear West Ham fans on criticising Moyes' style and brand of football. And tonight, yeah, boring. Never had a goal. Frightened to death. Defend. Let a goal in. Defend. Let another one in. It's good night. So there's no doubt. There was talk about Hackney and there was talk about Carrick going to West Ham. Carrick played for West Ham. Would that surprise me if he did go? No, not surprising in the game of football. He played there. He's been a great pro. He's done magical at Middlesbrough. He's got us playing good football, which the West Ham fans are craving. They're not getting it. And I keep saying, Tony Mowbray's on the... well, he's at the game at the minute. Imagine getting a boatload of money for... Right, listen, I'm a Carrick fan. I want Carrick to stay. It's the best football I've ever seen for Middlesbrough for many, many, many years, and I've watched every game. So Carrick's been top drawer. But I'm a realist. If somebody came in with daft money, we would have to accept it, because we're a selling club where it's a coach or players. But Tony Mowbray would be nothing and we get a boatload of money. Time's up for the cross-dresser. We'll be telling you soon. Yeah, Leslie, the old cross-dresser's still here. Chelsea touched on Newcastle last night. Yeah, they did. So, the Trophy Virgins up north, up further north. Yeah, when are they going to win a cup that long? Anyway, thanks for watching. I've overshot the runway, as always. Thanks for tuning in. I know it's late and you're up for apologies, but I just thought it'd be a good time to, after the draw, more to talk about. And I said before I wanted Chelsea. We've got Chelsea. I'm delighted. I'm going to go now and dream about beating Chelsea. And yeah. Thanks very much. Up the Borough. Well done last night at the Borough. Cheers, brother mate Carl. Cheers, Carl. Well done, Middlesbrough, Michael Carrick. Delighted for the team, the club, Chairman Steve Gibson, the fans, first and foremost, because they're the ones that really matter. And you fans that says that cups don't matter, well, don't be queuing up for tickets and don't be on here moaning when you don't get them. Up the Borough. Thank you very much for watching on YouTube.